So the past few videos have been primarily concerned with the last major legislative victory for congressional Democrats until Republicans take control of the House in January. It's a $1.7 trillion omnibus bill primarily designed to fund the federal government. And in one of the videos, we went through kind of a Cliff Notes version of like major provisions, but there's one that I want to draw special attention to. As a guy who has 4 sisters, 9 nieces, and 3 nephews, this is one that kind of hits me in the feels, or one that I have a particular interest in, because it is primarily concerned with worker protections for pregnant women, right? So the Senate passes milestone protections for pregnant workers and new mothers. The Pregnant Workers Fairness Act and the PUMP, Nursing Mothers Act, passed the Senate with bipartisan support on Thursday as part of that omnibus bill. Okay, it's a major milestone for women's workplace civil rights, and the Cliff Notes version is it's basically designed to create federal protections for women who need to express milk, so pump for breast milk during work hours, because you can't always schedule these things, right? And you need to often pump when you can. And also, like additional bathroom breaks for pregnant women, and we'll look at the article here in a second. But this is huge, right? Pregnant women, biologically, they're already under considerable burden, back pain, again, compressed bladders, the need to express milk, all these things. And there are really very few, if any, federal protections or requirements for employers to accommodate these people, right? So this is a major step in the right direction. It's a major milestone for workplace civil rights. Advocates have pushed for protection for pregnant workers for over a decade, arguing that thousands of women lose their jobs each year, either fired or placed on unpaid leave, because workers are under no obligation to offer pregnant workers reasonable accommodations. These would include things like extra bathroom breaks, the ability to sit while working a cash register. I mean, Jesus, that should be a no-brainer. Or restrictions on how much weight they can lift. I mean, again, huge, absolutely huge and crucial for their physical health and the physical health of the fetuses they carry. So what they're saying, employees can no longer treat pregnant workers like they're expendable once they find out they're expecting a child or need a modest accommodation to prevent serious health complications, said Dina Baxt, co-founder of A Better Balance, an advocacy group that has led efforts for the past decade to pass the bill. So before it was included in the omnibus bill, this thing actually had it was its own separate piece of legislation, and it didn't really make it anywhere. According to this article, it passed the House in August of last year, 315 to 101. And as far as I'm aware, the 101 were all Republicans. After it was introduced in the Senate, where the margin was even slimmer, right? It was 50-50, and you had to have Vice President Harris break the tie, and of course, all pieces of legislation that aren't reconciliation have to get through the filibuster. It stalled out. So Bax's group was leading a last push to get it passed in the lame duck session, which is what we're calling now, right? It's in between elections, the lame duck session. It passed on a 73-24 vote on Thursday. The PUMP Act, which passed 92-5, guarantees workers the right to break time to express milk, particularly for hourly workers who can't always get off the clock to pump. So again, this is huge. This is a solid step in the right direction, long overdue for women in this country, for aspiring mothers, for expecting mothers, for their health and the health of their babies. This is a pro-life position. This is a truly pro-life piece of legislation, and I'm glad that Democrats were able to get it into this omnibus bill and managed to find some Republicans to, act in good faith and pass it as well. So good for people everywhere. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, and I hope that you did, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe. Also, my link tree is in the description below, so if you have a sec, go ahead and share the love on all my social media accounts. Also, if you want to express an opinion, eternal devotion, or undying contempt, go ahead and leave a comment, because we're always looking for feedback. And on that note, I look forward to pondering politics and pop culture again with you very soon.